is a good one, I would say. Definitely, because you know which way it could go otherwise. Anyway, good to hear from you, and I hope you have a good rest of the week. Maybe we'll hear you Wednesday night. KE8VZA.
73s. We'll see. As usual routine. Before as he clear.
KE8VZA here. I have a NetLogger window open, and I've grabbed a few call signs from the NetLogger window. We just heard from Chuck down in Florida. And, excuse me, hurricane season ended with no hurricanes coming ashore, so that's always a good thing. We had a little snow up here in the northeast Ohio area, and I guess there was a whiteout over in Indiana somewhere, and there was a multi-car pileup. That didn't sound like it was a very fun thing to be in. So I hope all those people got that straightened out, and hopefully nobody was hurt too badly. I haven't heard any details on that yet. I just haven't been watching the news. KE8VZA, if you want to get in here, we still have about 5 minutes left. If you want to beat the rush, give me a call. I'm listening. KE8VZA.
And 8WHR is going to be in and out this evening. November 8, Whiskey Hotel Romeo, Mike in Brunswick.
W8WKY.
N8WHR, KE8VZA here. Good to hear you, Mike. Thanks for checking in and out, and it's good to hear you. Appreciate the traffic, and 7-3 to you, KE8VZA.
KE8VZA, KD8SLG. Hey, Eric, how you doing? Hey, 48496 rebooted a little over 2 minutes ago, so some of our regulars are still repopulating their way in. Just thought I'd give you a heads up. Good to hear you tonight. KD8SLG.
KE8SLG, KE8VZA here. Well, thanks for the heads up, Nick. Good to hear you. And, yeah, I just popped over to the dashboard. It looks a lot different than it did, I don't know, 5 minutes ago. But, yeah, it looks like people are reconnecting slowly, one by one. Thanks for the heads up. KE8VZA. KE8VZA returning. We'll have our pre-net here in about 2 minutes. Our lovely will come on and kick that off. I'll be the NCO for the pre-show at the bottom of the hour. Then at the top of the hour, we'll be joined by will be led by KE8QKO, Nick at Night, and for the main net. So we have a few stations that I picked up from the blue screen, and I just was notified Bill, N8WS, would like to be in and out. Picked him up from the blue screen there. 7-3 Bill, sure we'll hear you in the morning with a weather report and maybe a space weather report as well. So there you have it. KE8VZA, I'm listening. KE8VZA returning. We have about 30 seconds till the pre-net starts. I just want to say I hope everybody had a great holiday and a safe one, and that you got to and from where you needed to be safely, along with your family members to and from where they needed to be. And everybody on my end did, and I'm grateful for that, especially in light of that pileup in Indiana. I guess it turned into a total whiteout over there. That's about all I know so far, but I've been in whiteouts before, and I'm sure you have too, and it's pretty scary stuff. All right, hang on.
The Beacon Net, a gathering of hams from around the world, will start on the system in 30 minutes. Come join us.
There she is, QST, QST, QST. This is Kilo Echo 8 Victor Zulu Alpha. KE8VZA, my personal is Eric, Echo Romeo India Charlie, and I'm on, this is the BeaconNet pre-show on the W8WKY repeater in Doylestown, Ohio with the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association. Our frequency is 147 Mark 390 with a positive offset and a PL tone of 114 Mark 8. You can also connect to us via Allstar Node number 48496 or EchoLink W8WKY-R. And Nick told me that, if you heard him, that the Allstar Node 48496 rebooted about 5 minutes or so ago. So if you were bumped off and you can hear me, try to get back on. And if you did get bumped off and got back on and you can hear me, it was successful. Anyway, the BeaconNet meets here every Sunday and Wednesday nights at 10 p.m. with pre-checks at 9:30, and sometimes we grab some check-ins before 9:30 there, but which I did tonight. We have a handful, and before we get to I'll take more check-ins. Before we get to check-ins, let's go and touch base with our net control team, the notorious Mickey Mouse roll call. Let's start at the top of the list. KE8QKO will be our net control operator for the main net tonight. Are you out there, Nick at Night? How are you? Did you have a good holiday?
KE8VZA, KE8QKO. Yes, sir, I'm here. I did have a good holiday. But I would also like to add, you made the announcement of anybody who could hear you, that it reset, they can get back on. Maybe if they can't hear you, they should try to reconnect. But, yeah. Anyway, with that, Eric, I'll pass it back to you. KE8QKO.
All right, Nick. That is good advice. Yes, if they can't hear me and they think they got bumped, they should definitely reconnect, even if they can't hear me. Right. Very good. Good to hear you, Nick. We'll touch base with you again at the top of the hour. Clear with KE8QKO. I'm KE8VZA. Let's go down here next on the list. KE8EPC. Dustin, are you out there, Dustin? How are you? Did you have a good holiday? And are you going to stick around for the big show tonight?
VZA and the BeaconNet pre-show. Good evening, Eric. This is KE8EPC. I am going to just be in and out tonight, so if you can punch my ticket, validate my parking there, and put double D's down for my trivia answer. Had a long day at work. Had a good Thanksgiving. All is well in the world, but I'm beat and I think I'm going to go study the inside of my eyelids. So 73, have a great net, and we'll catch you all down the log. KDEDPC, back to pre-net control.
Very good, Dustin. Yeah, you know, holidays can be exhausting. That's the downside. I mean, there's so much going on, so many people to see, things to do, places to go. So, yeah, I understand. So, enjoy your slumber. I have got you down here for double D's and in and out. So, good to hear you, Dustin. 7-3. We'll clear with KD8EPC. Let's go down to Just Nick. Heard him a few minutes ago. How you doing, Just Nick? Did you have a good holiday? And are you going to stick around for the big show tonight?
KEAVZA, this is KD8SLG. Good evening, Eric, once again. Yeah, I'm here. Good holidays, man. Good holidays. I'll be back around to talk at the end. And if I have a third or fourth plate of leftovers, I may nod off for a few minutes, but that's just become routine today. I'll be back later to talk about the Christmas party, and looks like I'll see you there, Eric. That's a good thing. KEAVZA, KD8SLG, back to net control.
All right, Just Nick. Yes, I bought my admission to the Christmas dinner last night. Had a little trouble with PayPal, but it was all on my end. Everything with the website worked well once I got my problem resolved and was able to make a payment. So I will be there with bells, figuratively speaking, unless I can find some bells. I have to look around the house here. Anyway, good to hear you, Just Nick. I guess we'll talk to you later. We'll clear with KD8SLG. Let's go down and see if Josh is out there. W8HRF. Are you out there, Josh? How you doing? Did you guys have a good holiday? And are you going to stick around for the net tonight?
W8WKY.
KE8VZA and the Beacon Net pre-show, W8HRF. Good evening, Eric, and everybody on the pre-show. Yeah, I'm going to be sticking around. I'll be kind of in the background listening. But, yeah, we had a really good Thanksgiving, and nice 4-day weekend. I love 4-day weekends. I'm looking forward to the next one. I've got a 3-day weekend coming up next weekend, actually, which will be cool. And then on the 18th, it'll be a 4-day, and then, of course, Christmas. So that'll be really nice. So looking forward to December. So, all right, Eric, good to hear you, and we'll see you at the Christmas party. KE8VZA, W8HRF, sticking around.
Very good, Josh. Good to hear you tonight. Yeah, I'll see you at the Christmas party. And I know how that goes. I'm using up vacation days myself, kind of spaced them out through December. And I snuck one in on the day before Thanksgiving, so I had a 5-day weekend. But anyway, it was glorious. So, yeah, back to reality tomorrow. Anyway, good to hear you, Josh. We'll keep you on the log here. We're clear with W8HRF. Let's go down to KE8YUK, Lucy. How are you, Lucy? And sounds like you guys had a good holiday. How you doing? And are you going to stick around for the big show tonight?
KEAVZA, KEAYUK. Hi, everybody. I will be sticking around tonight. I'm a little frazzled because the kids are in bed super late, and I am so tired of them. They're very sweet, but I'm telling you, they play. It's a nap relay race. As soon as one is handled and squared away, the other one falls apart. And I'm hoping for a big family, but it is very humbling to realize how frazzled you get with just two, and more seems super intimidating sometimes. So we'll see how life goes. God provides. But otherwise, great holidays. Good to see everybody, and yeah, it'll be nice to listen to the net. And it'll be nice to be at the Christmas party. Very excited about that. All right. We'll catch you down the log. I will be here later tonight, unless I manage to fall asleep, in which case Josh will tell you about it, I'm sure. So, without further ado, KE8YK, KE8VZA.
All right, Lucy, very good. Glad you guys had a great holiday. And yeah, there is a tiring aspect to the holidays with, everything that needs to be done and getting from point A to point B, then back to point A again, and sometimes over to point C. Anyway, you know how it goes. So, give it your best shot. We'll keep you on the log here. And we'll clear with KE8YUK. Let's go down and touch base with KI5DAY Alan. How you doing, Alan? Did you have a good holiday? Did Larry have a good holiday? And you have probably have an alt trivia question ready to go later, right?
KI5DAY in the net. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, I got an alt trivia question ready to go. Larry's doing fine. He's a little upset, though. I sing tenor in a choir at my church. Pretty good-sized choir. I don't know, there's probably 30 of us or so. And we're doing a Christmas deal this coming Sunday, the 7th, on Sunday evening. We have 9 songs we've been learning since September. The worst of which is Handel's Messiah. If you've ever tried to sing that, let me tell you, there's like 4 different parts in there going crazy, chasing each other around like row your boat type stuff. And it's a lot of fun, but it's much of a challenge. But we're performing next Sunday night. That should be fun. I'm used to having an instrument in my hand, a set of drumsticks or a guitar or something, but this is different, singing tenor high. But Larry's upset. He couldn't sing tenor with us. Every time he would try to go high, he would be like, la, 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 and he would just, go off on that, and he couldn't control himself, so they wouldn't let him sing. Let me let this drop. So anyways, he's planning on joining Johnny's Chicken Choir at some point, and hopefully that'll be fun for him. I think he's going to play banjo and occasionally the bells, but we'll see. Man, what am I talking about? KI5DAY, back to net.
All right, Alan. Oh, yeah, I can just hear Larry singing away now. Oh, yeah. I have sung the, I forget what parts of a couple different of the lower parts that the men typically sing of Handel's Messiah, and it separates the men from the boys, let me tell you. Well, you know that. Anyway, so good luck with that. Hope everything goes smoothly. Good to hear you tonight, and glad Larry's doing okay. So we'll clear with KI5DAY. I need to focus on what I'm doing here. There we go. Okay, so that's the end of our Mickey Mouse roll call. Let me take a break for time. KE8VZA returning. Okay, let's go down the list of check-ins that we have thus far. WB4AIZ Chuck down in Florida. Spoke with him before the pre-net. He's doing well. He checked in and out tonight. AB8MO Andy got you on the log. K5CFY Ray. KA8MNT Tom. KE8ZRY Jeremy. N8WHR Mike in Brunswick. Got him in and out tonight. 73 Mike. N8WS Bill, affectionately known as the National Weather Service. He checked in and out tonight. So 73 Bill, thanks. And we'll hear you in the morning, I'm sure. I5TAQ Taco Tim. KE8QFT Uncle Fred. W8TD John. Okay, that's all I have seen so far. If anyone else would like to get on the log, now is your chance. We'll take some more check-ins. Please give me a call. I'm KE8VZA with the BeaconNet Pre-Show, and I'm listening.
KE8VZA and the BeaconNet Pre-Show, WA8KOC. Good evening, Eric. Hopefully you all had a wonderful holiday celebration. It's come to an end, and Monday's a new start day for the week coming up. Hopefully it'll be good for you. Please take my check-in, punch my parking pass, get me parked in and out. And I look forward to talking to you in the near future. Have yourself a great week coming up, pal. 7-3 to you and everyone else. KE8VZA, WA8KOC.
This is Kilo 6 Kilo Juliet Victor. Kilo 6 Kilo Juliet Victor Kevin in Valley Springs, California. In and out, no traffic, except for double D's, Delta and Delta. God bless and 73, everyone.
All right, I'll pick it up there. KE8VZA returning. All right, we picked up three more there. WA8KOC, Fred. Good to hear you, Fred. Glad you had a good holiday. And 7-3, consider your parking validated. I'm sure we'll hear you later in the week on the barometer net. Let's see, 7-3, Fred. Next on the log here, I have K6KJV, Kevin, in Valley Springs, California. Rev Kev, he checked in and out along with his submission of his trivia answers as double D's. Shocking. Anyway, good to hear you, Kevin. 7-3, hope you had a good holiday as well. We'll clear with K6KJV. Next on the list was Matt, AF5JB. You were a little garbled there, Matt, but I recognized your voice, and I caught part of your call sign as confirmation there. And you announced you were short time. Do you have a couple comments you'd like to share with the net before we move on here? Go ahead.
Yes, I appreciate it, and good evening to you and everybody else out on the net. Hope everybody had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I did. I went to a restaurant. Didn't want to deal with the family, but a great one and a quiet one. It's currently 32 degrees cloudy here in Tulsa, and had a wonderful weekend. Got to see both my friends. The one is String and the one Langley. So everybody seems to do pretty good in that part of the world, and did laundry and all that. And I got back in Tulsa and went to the main event. I played the World's Largest Batman and Supercars, and went home and played Cats on Bowling, Burger Time, Outrun, Bingo, and Miss Batman, and that's a real good time. And ate some pizza, a beer, watched TV for a little while. Gone to bed, about Saturday night, and taking it easy most day to day, and get ready for a whole new week, and try to stay warm. So, but ain't doing too bad. So I want you to check and say how they want, and about to get a week and a good night as well. To catch y'all next time. And this is FIJB Matt, Tulsa, Oklahoma. Pass that control, City 3, and until next time. Thanks again. Good to hear everyone.
All right, Matt. Very good. Thanks for joining us tonight. Glad you had a good holiday. And hope you have a good start to the upcoming week tomorrow. And 7-3, we'll clear with AF5JB. I picked up from the blue screen, Mark, KC8FQV. Anyone else who would like you to get on the list before we work this list, please give me a call.
Whiskey 8, Tango, Foxtrot, W8TTF, Mike in Huron. Punch my ticket, I'll be in and out tonight.
All right, I'll pick it up there. Whiskey 8, Tango, Foxtrot. Mike, got you on the log in and out. I love your call sign, I really do. Anyway, good to hear you tonight, 7-3, and thanks for the traffic there. We'll clear with W8TTF. Let's go work this list. First we had, again, WB4AIZ Chuck, who was in and out, 7-3 Chuck. And next on the log is Andy, AB8MO. How you doing, Andy? Did you have a good holiday? And are you going to stick around for trivia?
KE8DZA from AB8MO. Yeah, it was good. Had a couple Thanksgiving meals with first friends and then family. So I'm currently sort of doing maybe some Black Friday shopping for a replacement indoor-outdoor thermometer and atomic sink clock. My so-called AccuRite Walmart special hasn't been Accu or Right in a long time. Right now, it doesn't tell me the outside temperature, and it tells me that it is December 14th, and it is 10:40 a.m. So, it's bit the dust. It hasn't synchronized in who knows when, and I'm looking for something that, the one that I'm liking in my price point aren't atomic synced. So I got to decide if I really want that. If I want something that synchronizes with the atomic signal, it's another like $20. Oh well, I'll figure it out, I guess. Yeah, I'll stick around too. This is AB8MO.
All right, Andy. Yeah, it doesn't sound very Accu or correct to me. Anyway, good luck with your search. I hope you find one that's acceptable. And good to hear you. And we got you on the log. We'll clear with AB8MO. Next is Ray, K5CFY. How you doing, Ray? Did you and Fred have a good Thanksgiving? And are you going to stick around for the big show tonight?
The E8VZA, K5CFY. Good evening there, Mr. Eric. Thanks for doing the pre-net. We appreciate it. Had a great Thanksgiving, and so did Fred. I think he may have got a ham bone, but that's probably no turkey bones. But anyway, all is well here, and I'll be hanging around. Back to you there, K5CFY.
All right, Ray. Good to hear Fred got to partake in the feast as well. Anyway, good to hear you. Good to hear you, Ray. Got you on the log, sticking around. We'll clear with K5CFY. Let's go down to Tom, KA8MNT. How you doing, Tom? Did you have a good holiday, and are you going to stick around tonight?
KE8VZA. This is KA8MNT. Good evening, Eric, and everybody else. Weekend was pretty good, except for one drawback. I had to get, Linda had to bail me out. I went to go shoot a turkey, and Giant Eagle didn't appreciate me in there firing a shotgun, so they called the sheriff on me. So we'll have to, I got to go to court next week and find out what's going to happen to me. Any old how, yeah. Other than that, things went great this weekend, and I hope yours did too. So with that, I'm going to turn everything back over to you, Eric. This is KA8MNT, returning everything back to KE8VZA. I will be in and out, by the way.
All right, Tom. I got you in and out here. I took that visual and just ran with it. And, I've got, the freezer case with little eruptions with the bullets hitting. Or the shot hitting, if you're taking a shotgun to it. Yeah. I can see where the grocery store would kind of tend to frown on that. Probably even the mere appearance of a shotgun inside the store. Oh, yeah. Thanks, Tom. I needed that one. Good to hear you tonight. Got you in and out, 7-3. I'm sure we'll hear you in the morning. We'll clear with KA8MNT. Let's go down to Jeremy, KE8ZRY. How are you, Jeremy? Did you have a good holiday, and are you going to stick around for the big show tonight? Let's see, Jeremy, KE8ZRY. Are you out there, Jeremy? This is KE8VZA with the BeaconNet pre-show.
KE8VZA, this is KE8ZRY. Good evening, Dustin. Good evening, everybody who's checked in so far. I was talking a little bit ago and realized I was talking to myself because I was on the wrong side of my radio. That being said, I had a pretty good weekend for what it could be. Still dealing with the little one being sick all through the holiday and such, so plans had to revolve around that. But I think myself and the lady may do the best we could. Other than that, helped set up some stuff for my mom for Christmas. Well, put up lights on her house until the snow started to fly last night. But with that, I will turn it back over to you. I am staying for the big show. So this is KE8ZRY. Passing it back over.
All right, Jeremy, we got you on the log sticking around. Sorry to hear about the little one not feeling well. I hope they're feeling better now. Glad you had a good holiday in spite of that. And we'll clear with KE8ZRY. He's sticking around. Let's go down to Taco Tim. Oh, first, N8WHR Mike and N8WS Bill. We're both in and out, 73 guys. We'll go down to KI5TAQ, Taco Tim, all the way from Bofang, Oklahoma. How you doing, Tim? And are you going to stick around for the big show tonight? And did you have a good holiday?
W8WKY.
Good evening there, Eric. This is KI5TAQ. Yes, I had a good holiday. I think like some guy named Alan out there, I think we both had like a 3 or 4 day weekend off the job, which is very nice. Got stuffed with turkey dressing and everything else. And then I took the remaining days off just to recover. And then I'll be going back at it again this week. And my, we're already into December. But yes, I'm sticking around. This is KI5TAQ.
All right, Tim, yes. Time away from the big W is always good. Yes. Going back to the big W after time away is always sad. Anyway, a lot of us will experience that sadness tomorrow morning. But hey, at least we're gainfully employed. And we have money for our hobbies and interests and roofs over our head, et cetera, et cetera. So I'm thankful for that. We'll clear with Taco Tim. He's sticking around, KI5TAQ. And we'll go down to Uncle Fred, KE8QFT. How you doing, Fred? Kind of not a great outcome of the birthday. But how you doing? Did you have a good holiday? And are you going to stick around for the big show tonight?
If I may ask, some broke up for just a second there. You said not a great outcome on what?
That was the Browns game today, Fred.
Oh, no, not a great outcome. You know, I was just hoping that today might be the start of the renaissance, you know, the turnaround, you know, when we look back and we say, that's when the Browns started turning the corner again, you know, beating a good San Francisco team. But it didn't work out like that, unfortunately. I had quite a week. More on that when I give my regular report. KE8, thanks for picking me up. Eric, back to net control.
All right, Fred. Well, I guess as we've been saying for years, there's always next week, right? Anyway, if you can handle it. Oh, my goodness. Good to hear you, Fred. We'll clear with KE8QFT. Let's go down to John, W8TD. How are you tonight, John? Did you have a good holiday? And are you going to stick around for the main net?
Well, good evening all. Whiskey Tango Delta. I had a pleasant holiday, low pressure. Visited friends for a couple hours and then went back to my normal hermit mode. So that was relaxing. Oh, it's getting close to time, it looks like. I will not be hanging around. I'm going to listen for a while, but I anticipate falling asleep very, very soon. KE8VZA and the net. In and out, please. W8TD.
Very good, John. Glad you had a good holiday. Thanks for checking in tonight. And listen as long as you like, of course. And we'll mark you in and out. Should you decide to recheck, go right ahead. And 7-3, we'll clear with W8TD. And let's see, WA8KOC, K6KJV, and AF5JB are all, well, AF5JB was short time. They're all checked out now. 7-3, guys. And that brings us down to Mark, KC8FQV. How are you tonight, Mark? And are you going to stick around for the big show? KC8FQV, KE8VZA here. Are you out there, Mark? Did you have a good holiday? And are you going to stick around for the big show tonight? All right, Mark probably stepped away from the radio. We'll leave him on the log. Next was W8TTF, Mike. He checked in and out, 7-3 Mike. And then we're down to KE9CQD, Tim. How you doing tonight, Tim? And did you have a good holiday? And are you going to stick around for the main net tonight? KE9CQD, Tim, are you out there? This is KE8VZA with the Beacon Net pre-show. Just touching base with you, see if you're going to stick around for the main net tonight. All right, we'll leave him on the log. We'll catch him on the next turnaround here. So that ends the Beacon Net pre-show. We're 2 minutes into overtime here. Let's go up and see if KE8QKO is ready to roll. Nick at Nite, if you're ready, go ahead and take it away. This is KE8VZA.
KE8VZA, KE8QKO. Yes, sir, Eric. I am standing by. Oh, not standing by. I've been standing by. I'm ready to go. Okay. Good evening and welcome to the Beacon Net. My name is Nick. My call sign is KE8QKO, Kilo Echo 8, Quebec, Kilo Oscar, and I'll be net control for the evening. The Beacon Net meets every Sunday and Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time here on the WWKY repeater, 147 Mark 390, positive offset with a PL tone of 114 Mark 8, Allstar Node 48496, and EchoLink W8WKY-R. This is directed net. All traffic must pass through net control. We are linked in with our friends in Oklahoma, the Fireside Network, and various other repeaters. So we ask that you key for a couple of seconds before and after you transmit so we hear everything you've got to say. Before we start taking check-ins, is there any emergency or priority traffic? Please call now. All right, nothing heard there. Any stations that have not already checked into the pre-show that would like to check into the Beacon Net, please say your call sign phonetically. followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location.
KE9CQD, Kilo Echo 9, Charlie, Quebec, Delta. Tim up in Valparaiso, Indiana.
All right, I got K9CQD, Tim. Thank you, Tim. I think we had you in the blue, maybe from the blue screen or something, and had you in the pre-show, but I got you in the log as well, and we will get to you here in a little bit. Anyone else would like to check in the BeaconNet, please call now. All right, looks like Eric did a pretty good job. Let's go talk to K8VZA Eric and get our trivia question. Eric, take it away.
KE8QKO in the net. This is KE8VZA here with main trivia. I saw a documentary a couple days ago, and it sparked the idea for this question. Guglielmo Marconi had radio receiving and transmitting stations located around the world in the early 1900s. Which location on the west coast of the U.S. was later taken over by a cult? Choices are Alpha, Seaside, Washington; Bravo, Florence, Oregon; Charlie, Fort Bragg, California; or Delta, Marshall, California. I'll take a break for time and read this again. KE8VZA returning with main trivia. Guglielmo Marconi had radio receiving and transmitting stations located around the world in the early 1900s. Which location on the west coast of the U.S. was later taken over by a cult? Choices are Alpha, Seaside, Washington; Bravo, Florence, Oregon; Charlie, Fort Bragg, California; or Delta, Marshall, California. I'll put this in the blue screen in a few minutes. KE8VZA back to net control.
All right, well, thank you, Eric. I do have a question. Did the cult happen to have the initials F and C and C?
That was not the cult there, Nick at Night. KE8VZA.
All right, thank you, sir. I just wanted to double check. Let's go to talk to KI5DAY Alan to get the answer for the alternate, or not the answer, the question for the alternate trivia. Alan, take it away.
KI5DAY. Nope, you said answer first, so I'm going to go ahead and give that. No, I'm just kidding. I do have an alternate trivia question. Shouldn't be too bad. We'll see. See how many music peoples there are out there. Okay, here we go. Tonight's alternate trivia question. This Swedish pop band, consisting of 2 women and 2 men, unexpectedly became very popular in both Europe and America with their danceable pop songs and great female vocals. The name of this Swedish pop band is A, Roxette; B, ABBA; C, the Ace of Base; or D, the Do-Ron-Rondo Beans. Let this drop, I'll read it again. Okay, this Swedish pop band consisting of 2 women and 2 men unexpectedly became very popular in both Europe and America with their danceable pop songs and great female vocals. The name of this Swedish pop band is A, Roxette; B, ABBA; C, the Ace of Base; or D, the Do-Ron-Rondo Beans. KI5DAY, backing at 1,000 points for due Ron Rondo beam.
All right, thank you, Alan. Torn on a couple of them. I'm going to think on it a bit, but I think I know what my guess is going to be. Thanks for doing the alternate trivia. All right, let's see. We're going to go through and talk to some people here. Our first station we have is in and out. That's WB4AIZ, and that's going to take us down to AB8MO Andy. How you doing, Andy? What do you have for the beacon net tonight?
This is AB8MO. Well, I missed Alan's trivia, so I guess I'll just have to drop something in the blue screen here before I head off to bed, which I usually do here. But let's see, for Eric's question, I don't know. We'll just do Fort Bragg. It's probably a bait answer, but we'll do Charlie for that. Had to get back with you on Alan's question because I didn't catch it. Anyhow, 20 meters is dead. 30 meters is almost dead, so I think that means it's winter time. Been working a lot of Europe on 80 meters FT8, so that's been fun. And if my 160 loop was actually working properly, I'd probably do well on 160, but right now, believe it or not, the loop does great, even with it being broken on 80 meters, but it doesn't do very well on 160, which is what it's built for. So anyway, yep, you got the answers right, C/TBT, to be determined. And I did receive, got the pumpkin roll, and got Dustin's delivered too. So Josh is starting to make good on his commitment, so we can add an extra 0 to his paycheck now. Back to you there, Nick, at Night. You have yourself a great evening, and I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. This is AB8MO.
All right, well, thank you, Andy. Yeah, we'll look forward to seeing your alternate answer in the blue screen. It did show up on the blue screen, but you can type it up there when you need to. Yeah, I'm glad you got your bunker roll, and I'm glad it's working out okay. And thank you, Josh, for delivering those. I appreciate it. Yeah, I guess that's about it. So thanks, Andy. This is K8QKO on the WWKY repeater, 147 Mark 390, positive also with a PL tone of 114 Mark 8. And our next station is K5CFY Ray. How you doing, Ray? What do you have for the beacon net tonight?
K8QKO in the net, K5CFY. Good evening, Nick at Night. Thanks for lighting up the airways. We appreciate you being there. We'll wave a hand there at Mr. Eric on the keyboard. Done a great job as usual. Let's see here. I'm going to go with Bravo and Bravo for the trivia tonight. And so we need to bar Alan from getting on the blue screen. He just causes trouble all the time. Anyway, had a great Thanksgiving, and all is well here. So I'll jump off of here and say 73, y'all. Take care, K5CFY.
All right. Well, thank you, Ray. We got your answers down for Bravo and Bravo, and I don't know if we need to ban Alan from the blue screen. I think I could go for some corn on the cob and fried okra right now. But yeah, that's how it goes. Next station here is In and Out. That's K8MNT, and that's going to take us down to ZE8. Or, I'm sorry, not Z. KE8ZRY. Jeremy. How you doing, Jeremy? What do you have for the beacon net tonight?
KE8QKO, KE8ZRY. Good evening, Nick and everybody on the net. Yeah, I pretty much did my spiel earlier. Had a real good weekend. Getting ready to go back to work tomorrow. 3 weeks of work, and then I get two off for Christmas. So Christmas and New Year's, so that's pretty good. Hoping I stay well, and the little one stays well, and everybody stays well. It seems like we're sick around the holidays. Of course, working in a school, it's like working in a petri dish in a lab. But my answers are going to be Delta and Bravo for trivia, and I really hope everybody has a great week. I'll be back on Wednesday to talk to everybody. So until then, 73. This is KE8GRY passing it back to Net Control.
All right, thank you, Jeremy. Got your answers down for Delta and Bravo. Yeah, and hope everybody feels better. Oh, man, I can't talk. I hope everybody feels better there before Christmas comes around. You get whatever you got shaken loose and enjoy the rest of the holidays. After you, we have two stations that are in and out. That's N8WHR and N8WS. And that's going to take us down to KI5TAQ Taco Tim from Bofang, Oklahoma. Go ahead and take it away, Tim.
Well, good evening there. Nick at night. This is KI5TAQ. Let me get the questions out of the way first. I think I'm going to go with, I'm going to possibly go with Bravo and Bravo. Yeah. No, wait a minute. Bravo and Charlie. No, wait a minute again. Bravo and Bravo sounds about right. Because that's what I'm thinking of. Bravo and Bravo. And we will go from there. As said earlier, I'm recovering from Thanksgiving. Yeah. But anyways, yeah. That's what I'm going to be doing for the rest of the day. Or for the rest of tonight. And then we'll go and see what can be done tomorrow. They're going to have to retrain me all over again on how to do the job. With that said, I'll send it back to Net Control. And yes, just to reiterate, yeah. Bravo and Bravo is my answer.
All right, well, thank you, Tim. Got your answers down as double bacon. And as far as that retraining goes, just remember the wings go on the outside of the plane. Next, we have KE8QFT, Uncle Fred. How you doing, Fred? What do you have for the beacon net tonight?
Well, thank you, Nick. Hello, everybody. Man, what a week I had. In Bradford, Pennsylvania, visiting my high school sweetheart and the guy she's with now, and we had a foot of snow overnight. Starting Thanksgiving evening till about 3 or 4 o'clock the next day, Friday. The drive back home was good though. Oh, I forgot the trivia almost. I'd say Charlie and Bravo. Charlie and Bravo for trivia, and in that order. Let me break for a minute here. Anyhow, I mentioned the foot of snow in Bradford, Pennsylvania. Well, so anyhow, my ex-girlfriend, she has a dog, kind of a medium-sized dog, and her late sister's boyfriend came for Thanksgiving, and he had 2 dogs, and he opened the door, and like all three of them were running. It looked like a scene out of the Christmas movie. A Christmas Story, and all 3 of them decided to jump up on my recliner I was sitting in. Oh boy, I wish I could have taken a video, because Instantly, that's what I thought about, you know. Oh, no. It's like a Christmas story. They're all going to go in there and get that turkey. But fortunately, they didn't. Other than that, not a lot to report. Hope everyone had a good Thanksgiving. And coming back, the roads were bone dry all the way. Go figure. KE8QFT, back to net control.
All right, well, thank you, Fred. Yeah, at least the snow kind of blew through some areas pretty quick out this way. We didn't get much here. That's always good. And we got your answers down as Charlie and Bravo. That must have been a sight to see those dogs jump on your lap. All right, we have another check-in from the blue screen. That's N5KBD. Pete, we got you in there, Pete. We'll get to you here pretty quick, I think, actually. And, yeah. All right, the next four stations we have are in and out. That's W8TD, W8AKOC, K6KJB with double D's for his answer, and AF5JB. That's going to take us down to KC8FQV Mark. How you doing, Mark? What do you have for the beacon net tonight?
All right, well, KCFQV. Well, everything's going okay here. Yeah, I was over in the closet pulling out a camera. Although I got this one over at Aldi's a few years back and never pulled it out. There's a lot of parts and mounts and gadgets, but I don't know where the book's at. And I'm sure there has to be a book because the lower part of the box is just white. And I'm sure, because there is no tag or anything on it, it has to have a box that was in. I remember where I got it. I got it at Aldi's. They always had things. You never can tell what they have in the store when you buy stuff. You know, they always have stuff. You know, but yeah, I'm gonna say the main trivia is gonna be Delta. I want to think it's gonna be Ace of Base, maybe on the second one. So other than that, not much else are happening. But we're gonna go order a couple more things, I think, from different places. But other than that, yeah, Wednesday I'm at party this weekend. Coming weekend, I'll be down in Cincinnati for the weekend. Back down Friday, back Sunday. Down there all day Saturday for a Coaster Club group. So I won't be over at the North holiday. And next week I got 3 in a row, I think. Yeah, there's the Sarah group on Thursday, Friday the Cars group, and Monday P Cars. So then that'll be all done. And boy, oh boy, it'll be Christmas time. So I'll send it back to net, KCFQV.
All right, thank you, Mark. Got your answers down as Delta and Charlie. Yeah, before you know it, it's going to be Christmas time. Coming up fast. And thanks for checking in. Next station we have is in and out. That's W8TTF. That's the bottom of the pre-checks. So before we go down to the next two stations that are checked in from, not really from the blue screen, but officially checked in after the net started, we're going to get our trivia questions read again and make sure everybody got them. Before I do that, I'm going to identify this as K8QKO on the WAWKY repeater, 147 Mark 390, positive offset with a PL tone of 114 Mark 8. And now we're going to talk to K8VZA Eric to get the primary question read again. Eric, take it away.
KE8QKO in the group, KE8VZA here with main trivia. Guglielmo Marconi had radio receiving and transmitting stations located around the world in the early 1900s. Which location on the west coast of the U.S. was later taken over by a cult? Was it Alpha, Seaside, Washington, Bravo, Florence, Oregon, Charlie, Fort Bragg, California, or Delta, Marshall, California? I'll put this in the the blue screen again, KE8VZA back to net control.
All right, well, thank you, Eric. I'll tell you what, that Sesame Street must have been around a long time to have a googly Elmo all the way back then. Anyway, thanks for the trivia question. Let's go talk to KI5DAY Alan to get the alternate trivia read again. Alan, take it away.
Oh my goodness, man! I got joked. KI5DAY. I've had a little bit of allergies going on, and you say something like that right before I take the mic. That's funny right there. Okay, here you are. Yeah, I could have swore Eric said great either Googly Elmo or Great Googly Moogly. I wasn't sure what he said. I need to go back and read his question a little closer, apparently. But, what am I doing? I'm reading my alternate trivia question. Here we go. This Swedish pop band, consisting of 2 women and 2 men, unexpectedly became very popular in both Europe and America with their danceable pop songs and great female vocals. The name of this Swedish pop band is A. Roxette, B. ABBA, C. The Ace of Base, or D. The Do-Ron Rondo Beans. KI5DAY, back to net. Great Googly Moogly.
All right, well, thank you for the alternate trivia there, Alan. I do have my answer written down. We'll see how it works out later in the net. Next, we're going to talk to KE9CQD, Tim. How you doing, Tim? And what do you have for the beacon net tonight?
W8WKY.
Oh, well, thanks so much. Enjoyed checking in and listening into the beacon net. It's always a fun time. Haven't really gotten to the last couple of weeks, so happy I can jump on tonight. But doing okay here. Just winding down. It's kind of been a long day. We got hit with a bunch of snow up here in northwest Indiana and shoveled out and salted yesterday and got up this morning for church and had to get up a little bit early and shovel out the walkways and the cars and everything. And, of course, the plows went by, too, so the end of my driveway was about a 3-foot-tall pile of snow. Preached this morning, so went into church and preached and had some lunch, kind of chilled out this afternoon, cleaned up a little bit, and took a nap. Enjoyed it. I needed it after Thanksgiving and working this weekend. But that's about it. Now I'm trying to calm down and chill out and enjoy the evening. But for trivia, main trivia tonight, I'm going to go with Charlie. We'll go with C, Charlie. And for the alternate trivia tonight, I'm pretty sure I know this one, but I'm going to go with B, ABBA, Bravo. So we'll go with Charlie and Bravo tonight. But good listening in. Thanks for running net control, and I'll turn it back over to you. This is KE9CQD.
All right, well, thank you, Tim. Thanks for checking in there. And I think you said Charlie and Bravo, but I think my net logger will get it in there. It'll probably reload here. There it is. We got you in there. So yeah, sounds like a pretty good weekend. And thankfully, we have not yet had any snow of measurable numbers that need to be cleaned up. So kind of happy about that. You guys seem to get a bit more than we did. Next we have N5KBD, Pete. How you doing, Pete? And what do you have for the beacon net tonight? November 5, Kilo Bravo Delta. Pete, do you have anything for the beacon net? Well, maybe Pete went in and out on us. That's all right. We can always talk to him later. If he comes back and wants to chat, he's happy to. We're happy to take his recheck. We do have another check-in show up from the blue screen. That's VK2DY. Robert, how you doing, Robert? And what do you have for the beacon net tonight?
Good afternoon. This is Robert, Victor Kilo 2 Delta Yankee in northwestern Sydney, where it's currently 73 Fahrenheit. Probably hanging warmer than that. It's overcast and possibly going to rain. But later in the week, we're getting summer weather. Today is officially the first day of summer. We use meteorological calendars, so we say December 1st, the first day of summer. And by Thursday, we'll be hitting 100 Fahrenheit for a couple of days, and then we'll be back down to 70 Fahrenheit. So that is typical Sydney weather, where you get the hot and the cold and hot and the cold alternating with each other. Or hot and cool, whatever you want to call it. Anyway, other than that, went to the state amateur radio group, Amateur Radio New South Wales, had a trash and treasure sale on Sunday. So I went to that, and it was quite nice. There were maybe 80 to 100 people there. A lot of people I hadn't met before, but only knew the call signs for. So that was pretty cool to actually see people and put faces with the call signs. And it's always interesting. The faces never, ever match what you think the voice sounds like. They just don't. But anyway, that was a fun thing. And they officially lit the Sydney Christmas tree on Thursday, which I saw on TV. So everything's moving towards Christmas here. All the shopping malls have shopping centers, Santas, and everything's moving that way. So it is what it is. Anyway, I'm going to go with Bravo and Delta and Bravo. Delta and Bravo. That's what I want to do. Thank you again, CK2DY. Back to net.
All right. Thank you, Robert. Got your answers down for Delta and Bravo. Sounds like you had a really good weekend, and good to hear. And, thanks for checking in with us. I look forward to hearing some of the warm weather reports we're going to get from you as our weather continues to get colder. This gives us something to look forward to. So thanks again for checking in. This is K8KKO on the WAWKY repeater 147 Mark 390, positive offset with a PL tone of 114 Mark 8. And we are back at the bottom of our list. So, anyone who would like to check into the pre-show, or anyone who would like to check into the BeaconNet, look at me, I'm not even doing the pre-show. Anyone who wants to check into the BeaconNet, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location. All right, we'll call for a round one more time here. I didn't hear anybody. Anyone who would like to check into the BeaconNet, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location.
Kilo Echo 8, Mike Yankee, Chris in Amherst, K8 MMY.
All right, I've got K8 MMY checking in there. Anyone else want to check into the BeaconNet, please call now. All right, let's go talk to Chris. K8 MMY. Take it away, sir.
Well, howdy to everybody on the net, and thank you for holding it and getting through it here. Just been making the different changes for winter, catching up on all summer long. If I can be outside, I will, and so in the wintertime, that means I have plenty of projects inside to tackle and arrange and take care of. So that's what I've been up to. And looking at making it a quick month and sliding right into the holidays. K8 MMY. I'm going to go with Bravo and Bravo. That's the answers for the trivia. Bravo and Bravo. And back to you, MMY.
right, well, thank you, Chris. Got your answers down for Bravo and Bravo. Yeah, I'm not sure about your to-do list, but mine never seems to get shorter. It only seems to get longer, whether it's inside, outside, summertime, wintertime, it doesn't seem to matter. But anyway, thanks for checking in. I appreciate it. Is there anyone else who would like to check into the BeaconNet? Please call now. All right, nothing heard there. Let's go talk to our net control team. We're going to start with KE8VZA, see how he's doing and see what he's got for us tonight. Eric, take it away.
KE8QKO in the net, KE8VZA here. Before I forget there, Nick at Nite, thank you for making those pumpkin rolls in advance. Josh is going to bring mine and maybe some others to the Christmas party. What else? Thanksgiving was okay. Overall, it was good. A little bit of a damper on it. I went to the doctor on Wednesday. That all went well. No worries there. But I got the shingles vaccine and a tetanus booster, and I'm pretty sure it was the shingles vaccine that pretty much gave me flu-like symptoms for 3.5 days. So that was lovely. And to cap it off, I threw out my back last Sunday. So that's my sad story. But the upside is several of my siblings came to my mom and dad's house for Thanksgiving dinner, so I got to visit with them, and that was great. My one sister from Virginia is still here, and she's coming over to our house for dinner on Tuesday night and with my parents, so that'll be fun. We got a new Christmas tree that my wife is proudly displaying, so they'll get to see that. And anyway, that's about all I have. Trivia, I'm going to abstain from Maine, and for alternate, I'm going to answer Bravo. So with that, it's good to hear everybody. Sounds like everybody had a decent holiday. KE8VZA, back to you, Nick.
All right, well, thank you there, Eric. Appreciate all you do for the net, and got your answer down for Bravo. Next was Dustin, who's in and out. That's KD-EPC. His answer's down for double D's, just like RevCap. And then we have KD8SLG, just Nick. How you doing, Nick? What do you have for the BeaconNet tonight?
KE8QKO, this is KD8SLG. Good evening, Nick at Night, and all of the Beacon netizens. Let's start with trivia tonight. I'm going to go with Bravo and Bravo. Eric, that's Bravo and Bravo, not Bravo and Bravo. Just want to make sure Eric's got that. Thanks, Eric. Fine business for Thanksgiving. Good times. Spent most of it with Audrey's fam, which is cool. Made ham and turkey tenderloin yesterday. Still filling up from that. Got like 8 pies for 4 people. That was good planning. Working on those as well. It's okay. There's plenty of Cool Whip and ice cream to help, lubricate the path down there. Christmas party is all I got to talk about right now. Got until the BeaconNet Wednesday night to sign up and get in there. It's sure to be a good time. It has been the last couple of years, and they just keep getting more fun. So hope to see a bunch of all y'all there. That's all I got tonight. Thanks, Nick. Fine business as always, man. KD8SLG, back to net control.
All right, well, thank you, Nick. Got your answer down there as Bravo and Bravo, not Bravo and Bravo. And, sounds like the Christmas party will be a hoot. I'm sorry I'll miss it, but I'll get there next year. That's about it. Thanks for checking in. Appreciate it. Next station we have is W8HRF. Josh, how you doing, sir? And what do you have for the BeaconNet tonight?
KE8QKO, W8HRF. We got our node back working. For some reason it wasn't connecting to anything. I had to restart the router, and that seemed to fix it, so that's cool.
Before I forget, my trivia, I'm going to go with Charlie and Charlie, not to be confused with Charlie and Charlie or Charlie and Charlie. So, hopefully you got that. Charlie and Charlie. Thanksgiving was really good. Had a good time going up to Michigan to visit Lucy's side of the family. Most of her parents and siblings, they just did a day trip, but we stayed overnight, which was nice. Didn't have to do the trip up and trip down all in one day, so that was good. Lots of good food. I got to stop eating pie and pumpkin roll. Or maybe I can keep eating pie and pumpkin roll and just need to go on some more runs. I think that was terrible. Oh, we're just sitting here in the living room, winding down for the day, listening to the net, and that's about it. So, hope you had a good Thanksgiving, Nick at Night. Good to hear you, and we'll catch y'all later. KE8QKO, W8HRF.
All right, well, thank you, Josh. Got your answer down there for Charlie and Charlie. My Node does that sometimes. You probably already tried this, but what I usually end up having to do is just unplug and plug my Node and plug it back in, so it kind of turn it off and back on again, and then it'll allow me to reconnect. I don't know why it does that, but sometimes that happens. And I'll tell you what, you eat enough pie and pumpkin roll, you won't care about running anymore. So that's always an option. Next, let's go talk to your better half, K8YUK. Actually, before I go to Lucy, this is K8QKO on the WWKY repeater. 147 Mark 390, positive offset with a PL tone of 114 Mark 8. Now we'll talk to K8YUK, Miss Lucy. Go ahead and take it away, ma'am.
K8QKO, K8YUK. Hi, everybody. I made it. Didn't have much of a choice. Will just fell asleep again. Before I forget my trivia, I'm going to go with Alpha and Charlie. No, wait, hold on. It's Charlie Alpha because Eric is main and Alan is... Yeah, okay. So, yeah. Charlie Alpha. Caca! Traffic. Josh did like 5 sink loads of dishes today out of the generosity of his heart. Wow, I don't remember what I did. Oh, I unloaded, I put away the dry dishes, and I kept the kids out of the way. His hands afterwards looked traumatized, but he has since recovered after declaring we will never ever host ever again, which will hopefully fall through by Christmas. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. I enjoy cooking. It's the cleanup afterwards that's really killer. So we're beginning to get a routine where Josh cleans the house while I do all the cooking, and I am very content with that. I am not good at cleaning the house. I wish I was. I wish I cared more, but I'm the kind of person where I'll toss something down the hallway and be like, "I'll get that later," and then later is when Josh does it. Yeah, Thanksgiving up in Michigan was nice. It was good to see that side of the family. It was the first time all of the siblings have been in one area in goodness, probably since last Christmas, and even then some of us were missing. So it was really good to see everybody in one place. I saw some cousins I haven't seen in a long time. And then on Saturday we hosted Josh's side, and that was also really nice. And a lot of leftovers, which is my absolute favorite part besides family. That's pretty much it for me. I'll quit rambling. Have a good night, everybody. K8YK. K8.
All right, well, thank you, Lucy. I'm glad you guys had a good time with family this weekend. And yeah, it's amazing how those dishes will pile up sometimes. I think I did dishes twice today. So that's how it is. That's how it goes. I got checked in there, answers of Charlie and Alpha, and yeah, I think that's it. I think that's all I really got for you. Thanks for checking in. I appreciate it. Next, we have KI5DAY Alan. Take it away, Alan.
KI5DAY. I will hold that thought. I was just typing in the blue screen. I guess I could just say it. Yesterday, everybody keeps talking about pumpkin rolls and stuff, and Jairus was saying that his kids and maybe a couple other kids that were visiting that were family were, I don't know, things hit me strange sometimes, but he said they were out on the porch smashing pumpkins, and I thought how cool it'd be to have one of the albums from the Smashing Pumpkins playing while you're out smashing pumpkins, but you know, that's how I roll. But anyways, that's how I roll, pardon the pun, pumpkin roll, get it, and man, I tell you, I'm on fire. Get me a fire extinguisher. What am I doing? Oh yeah, I'm answering trivia. The main trivia is TS-80 Kenwood. No, that's not it. I'm going to go with C Fort Bragg. That pops in my head for some reason. I must have been watching a documentary. Who knows? Anyways, all is good in the hood, man. I'm just having a good time over here in the blue screen, terrorizing, and hope everybody is well. Other than that, not much new. I'm wore out. We practice our tails off up from September till now. Getting ready for next Sunday when we're going to be doing 9 songs in the vocal choir. But that's going to be interesting. But some of them are a challenge to sing. But it's been fun learning. So I'll shoot it back to you. And the world is a vampire. KI5TAY. Back to net.
W8WKY.
All right, well, thank you, Alan. That makes me think the next time I make pumpkin rolls, I need to jam to Smashing Pumpkins while I do it. So, yeah, good times. All right, my trivia answers are going to be Alpha and Bravo, not Bravo and Alpha. Alpha and Bravo. Yeah, that's it. That's what I got. Did smoked a turkey and some beef on my mini smoker this weekend. That was fun. Took my son up. He finally upgraded his PC. He's been saving some money up to get PC parts to upgrade it, and so he went to Micro Center and took advantage of some of their Black Friday sales. Not on Black Friday, because I'm not that crazy. Went up there on Saturday and got some grocery shopping done today. So that's about it for me. Yeah, that's it. All right. So back at the bottom of our list here. This is do another round of check-ins. So anyone who wants to check into the BeaconNet, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically along your name and location. All right, well, I was just reading the blue screen here. I see Pete was saying 73, so just in case he's still out there and wants to chat, I'm going to give him another call out. N5 KBD Pete, if you're out there and you want to have comments for the BeaconNet, you can come on back to me. If you're already turning into a pumpkin, that's fine too. All right, maybe he turned off his radio. That's how it goes. All right, we're not getting a lot of response from people, so here's what we're going to do. We'll do another round of check. I'm going to do another call for check-ins. If I don't get any more, then we'll go up and get our trivia answers. So if you want to have a chance to get in for the trivia before we start getting those answers, go ahead and come back with your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location. K8VCA, we're going to come back and give us the answer to the main trivia question.
KE8QKO in the net, KE8VCA here with the main trivia answer. So which one of Marconi's West Coast radio stations was taken over by a cult? It was actually Delta, Marshall, California. Let me take a break for time and I'll read you the backstory. KE8VZA returning. Googly Elmo, that's a mouthful. Marconi had structures at the historic Marshall Trans-Pacific Receiving Station built in 1913 and 1914 Along with his radio receiving station, Marconi created a luxurious hotel for his staff and their visitors, also their families, too. That was in the documentary. There were 2 cottages, one for the chief engineer and one for his assistant, and an operations building and a powerhouse for electric transformers and batteries as well. However, the imposing hotel with its wide veranda and the centerpiece of Marconi's receiving station, in addition to its 35 rooms, the hotel boasted such comforts as a library, game room, lounge, and a dining hall. The game room had billiards as well. Saw that on the documentary. With the onset of World War I, the site was taken over by the military, and the hotel was used to house them. This intervention helped break Marconi's hold on worldwide radio transmissions, and the grounds were briefly given over to the RCA company after the war. The history after that is a little vague, but finally, in the early 1960s, a rehab facility known as the Synanon took over the site. And at first, they were simply a drug and alcohol rehab, but later in the 70s, they began to call themselves an alternative lifestyle community, and eventually became the Church of Synanon in 1975. The Marconi grounds were subsequently given to the state after the Synanon people vamoosed, and the state turned the land into the Marconi Conference Center, State Historic Park, and the hotel has been renovated and opened as a museum and a visitor center. Anyway, there you have it. Marshall, California, KE8VZA, back to net control.
All right, well, thank you, Eric. I actually thought the Washington location sounded more culty in my head, but I guess I was wrong. This is KE8QKO on the WWKY repeater 147, Mark 3, I know, positive offset with a BL tone of 114, Mark 8. We're getting our trivia answers. Next, we're going to talk to KI5DAY to get the answer for the alternate trivia. Alan, take it away.
All righty then. I missed the main trivia. I thought it was C, Fort Bragg. I saw something recently on Ghost Hunters. No, I did not Google it like some do. Hi. But anyways, I was thinking that I saw something on Ghost Hunters or something like that recently where they were at this Marine Corps training place in California somewhere. They had a fort name on it, and it later turned into an insane asylum. But I don't know. That's what I was thinking. But anyway, for tonight's alternate trivia, the Swedish pop band consisting of 2 women and 2 men unexpectedly became very popular in both Europe and America with danceable pop songs and great female vocals. The name of the Swedish pop band is, and I had some alternate answers there. A was Roxette, B was ABBA, C was the Ace of Base, and D was the Duron Rondo Beans. That's very creative, by the way. 1,000 points, as I said. Let me let this drop, and I'll give the answer or answers. Sorry, repeater ID jumped in there. I'm on a repeater tonight, so you could actually have 2 answers to this. It's just the irony of this question is that there was 2 very popular bands, one much more popular than the other, but 2 very popular bands that had 2 women and 2 men in it that came from Sweden. The first one that a lot of people answered, the majority answer was ABBA. They were more of a 70s and 80s pop disco-y type band. Very good songs, very powerful performances, and great female vocalists. But also an acceptable answer would be the Ace of Base. Ironically, like ABBA, the Ace of Base and ABBA both shared a common theme. Neither one of them expected to have such popularity in the United States, but they both did. If you're not familiar with the Ace of Base, some of their stuff would be like, let me look here, I had a couple of their big songs appear in front of me, and I'm trying to remember which ones they were. One of them was Signs, like, I saw the sign. And then the other one was All That She Wants Is Another Baby. You know that song, All That She Wants. But anyways, you can look that up if you want. The Ace of Base, it's just ironic that 2 different bands with 2 women and 2 men came from Sweden, became big pop bands here. But Ace of Base didn't actually come out and form until 1987. ABBA was a 70s kind of band more, so they were also popular in the 80s, like I said. Still very popular. Both of those bands still get a lot of listen time. So that was alternate trivia question with 2 answers possible. So if you got either one of those, you're good to go. the new Rondo beans or whatever I said, they're going to be releasing their greatest hits soon. KI5DAY, back to net.
All right. Well, thank you, Alan. That explains why I was torn on my answers. I knew ABBA was from Sweden, but I didn't remember if it was 2 males and 2 females. I knew Ace of Base was 2 and 2, but I wasn't sure. I knew they were from Europe, but I wasn't sure if they were from Sweden, so I was kind of torn in my head as far as which one to pick. So I went with the one that I knew was from Sweden, and I got it right. But I also would have gotten it right if I got my other answer. Thanks for the alternate trivia. All right. This is KE8QKO on the WWKY repeater 147 Mark 390, positive offset with a PL tone of 114 Mark 8. And we're going to do one more round of rechecks, or check-ins or rechecks, before we shut this thing down. So if you would like to check in or recheck the beacon net, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location.
W8WKY.
This is Victor Echo 3, Oscar, Uniform Alpha. The name is Rudy. I'm in Toronto, Canada. Please go ahead.
Please check in. Kilo November 4, Echo Whiskey Tango. Kilo November 4, Echo Whiskey Tango. Thomas, Carthage, Tennessee. No traffic.
All right, I've got Victor Echo 3, Oscar Uniform Alpha, and I've got Kilo November 4, Echo Whiskey Tango as in and out. So let's go up and talk to Victor Echo 3, Oscar Uniform Alpha. Take it away, sir.
Yeah, hello, sir. I know my name is hard to pronounce, but I have gone with the name Rudy. Since I was 5 years old, my sister gave it to me. Anyway, I have no traffic. Just want to say howdy. Hopefully, you're going to have a good week coming up. And what's today's Sunday? Oh, I forgot what day it is. See? Carry on, guys. This is the E3OUL. Shut up. No, carry on, sir. Please.
All right. Well, thank you, sir. Yeah, I read the name, and it did the way I would pronounce it in my head was not how you pronounced it, so I didn't want to get it wrong. I think you said Rudy. If that's Rudy or not with an accent, but we got you there. Thanks for checking in. Happy to have you. We do meet every Sunday and Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, so if you are listening to the Beacon Net, it is for sure either a Sunday or a Wednesday, and today be Sunday. I usually do the Sunday show, and then others do the Wednesday show. But yeah, come back anytime. Happy to have you. Always happy to have new check-ins and come on the net. We do, like I said, do the trivia. We just finished up here, so it's a good time for all. We also use a tool called NetLogger to log everything, and there's an almost instant messenger screen, so you can download that app on your PC, and you can tag along with some of the obscure comments that go on in the instant messenger screen, which is also kind of a fun part for the net. So anyway, thanks for checking in there. It's good to have you. And that's going to be the end of it for us. On behalf of, I'm going to break for time. On behalf of the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association, myself, KE8VZA, KI5DAY, KD8SLG, W8HRF, K8YUK, KDDPC, and Larry the Rubber Chicken, I would like to thank each and every one of you for checking in with us this evening. Come and join us on the next edition of the Beacon Net, Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time on the W8WKY repeater, Allstar Node 48496, and EchoLink W8WKY-R. You are welcome to join us on the Barometer Net, also on the W8WKY repeater, every morning at 7 a.m. Eastern Time, except for Sundays. Don't forget to check out our friends on the Boredom Breaker Net, every day at noon Central Time on Allstar Node 49562, and EchoLink N5XQK-R. You've been listening to the BeaconNet. This is KE8QKO, returning the repeater to normal and customary amateur radio use at this time. 73 all.
Hello, BeaconNet. I know this is late. I know you're shutting down the network, but this is KJ5 ATA. I was fascinated by the first trivia, and I was curious as what the question was about Marconi. And if you want to fill me in on that, but you don't have to, that's okay. I just found it fascinating. Anyways, this is KJ5 ATA, Guy from Georgetown, Texas.
KJ5 ATA, this is KE8VZA here. I can read you the trivia question. It was a show I saw, a documentary about it I saw over the weekend. Guglielmo Marconi had a radio receiving and transmitting station. He had stations all over the world in the early 1900s. Which location on the west coast of the U.S. was later taken over by a cult? And the choices were Seaside, Washington, Florence, Oregon, Fort Bragg, California, or Marshall, California. And it was Marshall, California. It was taken over by a cult in the 60s called the Synanon Church. KE8VZA.
Thank you very much. That's intriguing. I'm going to look that up and look up some history on that. Synanon Church. I'm not really up to speed on that, but it's fascinating. And I enjoy that kind of trivia. It's really good. As far as ABBA and Ace of Base is concerned, I kind of knew those. Anyways, just goes to show how much time I got. Anyways, this is KJ5 ATA, and we're going to 73. So you all have a Merry Christmas, and if we don't talk again, hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving. 73.
All right, thanks there, Guy. Good hearing you tonight, and I hope you had a good holiday and good holidays to come. So we'll clear with KJ5 ATA. This is KE8VZA, and I'm cleared.